Hello, welcome to Pop Culture and Technology channel. In this video I will explain to you how to configure official Oculus app for Windows if you want to use Oculus Quest 2 as a PC VR headset through Airlink or cable link. Before I begin, I want to tell you about my PC specification so you can take an example and set similar settings to mine or lower/better according on your PC specs. My PC has i7-9700K processor, so it's already 5 years old, 32 GB of RAM and Nvidia RTX 3070 GPU. As you can see, it's not the best configuration out there. I should say it's mid-end class PC. Okay, so now I tell you how I set up and play on this particular PC using Oculus Quest 2 headset through Quest Link. Of course, first you need to download and install official Oculus Quest 2 app for Windows. You can download it from main site. I put a link to it in the description below. After you install this app and correctly connect your Oculus Quest to PC, open it, go to devices, choose Oculus Quest 2, make sure is connected and active, go to graphic preferences, and here you can change refresh rate and rendering resolution. From my experience, RTX 3070 can handle up to 90 Hz of refresh rate, but of course it depends on a game you want to play. If game is demanding, like for example Skyrim VR with mods, then 72 Hz or 80 Hz are best options for better performance. But to play Beat Saber or 11 table tennis, 90 Hz should be fine. As for rendering resolution, I set it to this value. I found it a sweet spot for most VR games for RTX 3070. Remember, if you have better PC than mine, then you should set those options to higher value, or if you have worse, then lower, or leave it as default. Expect that you should take a look into a second application called Oculus Debug tool. It comes together with official Oculus app and can be found at Disk C, Program Files, Oculus, Support and Oculus Diagnostics. Launch it, and here you should consider few options if you have any problems with your PC VR game you want to play. First is field of view tangent multiplier. This option allows you to adjust the horizontal and vertical rendering field of view. By reducing the default values, you will lose the visibility on edges of your screen while potentially making significant gains in overall performance. I tried it in Skyrim and Dirt Rally 2.0, and I can confirm that these settings makes these games works better. Personally, I set it to 0.75 or 0.8 in both values. Note that field of view is changing in real time, so you shouldn't exit app after you change it, because if you do, that values go to default. Second is PC Asynchronous Spacewarp. This is smoothing frame rate technology. If your PC isn't really good in VR, I recommend set it to force 45 FPS ASW enabled. This should help you to keep better performance when a PC is struggling. In my situation, I set it to disabled if game is not demanding, or to auto if I can see any performance losses or stuttering. It helps smoothing gameplay. Third is distortion curvature. This setting controls the balance between pixel density in center versus the periphery of your view. Higher the distortion curvature means better quality in center of view. Lower means less blurry edges of view. Personally, I always set it to low. I like it better. Try it and set it to your preferences. Next is encode resolution width. This option overrides the output resolution width of the image while maintaining original aspect ratio. The higher the value you set, the better overall quality of image will be. If left to default value 0, the software will automatically determine the optimal value based on your PC specification. If you have better PC than mine, set this option to 3664. If you connected Oculus Quest 2 through USB cable to make sure that you have the best image quality possible. However, for iLink you should keep it at 0 or set it below 3000. For example, 2880. Personally, I set it to 0 and it works fine. Next is Encode dynamic bitrate. This setting should be disabled to improve image quality and enabled if your network connection is poor quality. I set it to disabled, and with that I set encode bitrate to 150 for iLink and 200 for cable link. Personally, I don't see any difference if I set these values higher. The settings keeps stable encode bitrate and in result better image quality, less distortion and artifacts. Next is link sharpening. I always keep this setting enabled for better image quality and I recommend it. Make image looks sharper. Last one is mobile ASW, same as PC ASW, but works when Oculus Quest 2 is connected to PC through iLink, not cable. Helps smoothing frame rate. I set it to auto or enabled when I need it. Take note that if you enabled mobile ASW, you should disable PC ASW and vice versa, because if both are enabled, then image latency may increase. Keep in mind that to apply any changes you make in debug tool, expect field of view, you have to click on service and restart Oculus service. And that's every option you should consider in Oculus software when you first install it. I put summary of my settings in the description in this video. Please feel free to take a look when you need it. Thank you for watching and see you later.